next, we're looping back to the topic of our favorite and renowned president, President Harris. Biden has slipped up again and started calling Kamala Harris President Harris. And it is so funny of a gaffe. Like, nobody else says that except for him.
Go ahead.
Oh, and in a new press release, it is no longer called the Biden administration. It is called the Biden-Harris administration. Now, Republicans are coming under the assumption of the idea, I don't know if this is true, that they're trying to make a clean transition to Harris with her name already being on all the paperwork. Because if Biden's name just falls off of it, who's really going to notice?
Wait. Stop. Wait.
Everything has to be cited with Biden-Harris administration. It is no longer the there was no paperwork that went out saying the Trump-Pence administration distributes vaccine. But now it's
always Trump administration. It's always been that way. Obama administration. It's always the president. It's never the vice president. Never does. They should get some kind of credit, but they don't.
Right.
Like nobody ever remembers a vice president. Right. Like, if they do something great, that's a rarity. But other than that, they're just there as a backup, right? You're the second-hand man or right-hand man or right-hand woman in this case. I think that's fascinating.
Right? And he keeps calling her President Harris. And now everything says Biden-Harris administration.
Well, if he got a piece of paper, right, that said that he was unfit to be president, he could, in theory, throw in the towel, and then she would take that place.
And we all saw him trip up the stairs 3 times, so...
My problem is, does that start a whole new wave of presidencies in the future? Like, is all Democratic presidents going to do that, and then Republicans are going to also isolate themselves, going back to the old school way that we've always done?
What do you mean?
So if Biden-Harris does this, let's just say they're out of office after 4 years. Another Democrat comes in, and it's... I don't even know
John Smith.
We'll say Al Gore and Bush. Well, no, not Bush. Al Gore and
Clementine.
Obama, right? Both Democrats. Is that what it's going to say from there? So every time there's a Democratic president, they're always going to do that. But then Republicans are going to go the old school way, what they've always done.
With just the president.
Just the president's last name. Which it should be.
It's just very, very odd that it was specifically outlined to say this the way that it's written. Like, it's not normal.
I wonder why he's calling it President Harris. Do you think that's a slip-up, or do you think he's preparing for it?
So the sentence is, when President Harris and I took, and then he paused, didn't change the word around, and then just said a virtual tour of a vaccination site in Arizona not long ago, the nurses, blah, 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 blah. He didn't even retract or repeat the statement with just Harris. Like, he left it as President Harris, knowingly paused, and then continued.
I think he realized he fucked up.
This is like the 6th time he's done it. Like, it's bad.
So that goes back to my question to you, is do you think that he knows what's going to happen?
And he's just subconsciously saying it?
Right. Or is he just can't complete a sentence and he's going back to his old ways of just eat man, eat fish.
Eat man, eat fish days.
Like, I don't know. That's a good question. But, wow. I'm more taken back by the Biden-Harris thing. So that's how we're going to do presidents from now on.
Yep. And so the president has made other gaffes such as this before. In December, he mistakenly referred to Harris as president-elect.
I remember that.
Also, during the COVID-19 speech, he also said President-elect Harris again. But he said it more times than just those two. It's either he's so confused about the words to say, or he knows what's going to go down.
Well, I don't think anybody's going to deny the fact that she is, whether it's the last year, whether it's the last 2 years. I don't think it'll be this year, but I do think that there is going to be a turnover. It's going to go to Harris. And then, depending on how she is going to dictate how long she's going to sit inside of that chair.
So, here's one of the sentences that had both of the Biden-Harris in it. The Biden-Harris administration will provide access to $100 billion in low-interest loans and investments for minority business owners. This is just where it starts. Now, all of the news organizations are going to say Biden-Harris. All of the newspapers are going to say Biden-Harris. Nothing is going to just say Biden administration anymore.
Did it? Okay, so the question is, has it ever? I'm sure it has. Have we seen documentation that just says Biden administration?
At the very beginning, yeah. And then it all flipped
So what
like
changed?
2 days
so
ago.
Why did it change?
No one knows.
Well, there has to be a reason
there's
for
speculation.
it.
There's speculation that either they're gearing up to put her in, or that they want to give her name more acknowledgement. She doesn't feel liked.
Sure.
She doesn't feel known.
Sure.
So
That
she
makes
wants
sense.
to be on everything.
That makes sense. It makes sense. You know, I shared a video on Facebook with Harris. Every time a president would get on a plane or Air Force One or a helicopter, anytime they depart, they salute. They salute back.
Yes.
Kamala Harris just walked back in the plane.
Which is not.
No saluting. And you know why? Because she has no military background.
Everybody else.
Or everybody she's ever known has never been in the military. Or she has never watched the president get on a plane.
Even Melania did it. And Melania is like really uptight.
Right.
But she
And
did
not
it
American.
out of respect. She has no respect for this country, our laws, our Congress, what we stand for. She wants to go in, flip it all about, make it her thing. When she was in California, did you know that she put more non-violent drug offenders in jail than anyone else?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I think everybody knows that.
But
yeah.
now she's calling for reform. That these people who had done crimes that weren't violent don't deserve to be in jail. Cute how that flips when you become in power. Right?
Absolutely. Especially a woman in power. Absolutely. Absolutely. Especially a woman in power. You feel like you have to be the mother of the nation.